Today we are speaking to Brian Mapletoft, who is standing for the Bucks County Council elections. Tell us about yourself, Brian.
Well, I've been a Hazelmere resident for 30 years, know a bit about Hazelmere and its problems. I first became interested in local government when I saw how things operated at the time when I led the opposition to the Sir William Ramsay running track issue that people will probably remember. And then I stood for the parish council and I've sat on the parish council for the last 2 years. I've become a school governor. I sit on the local and county committees of the associations of local councillors, and I've enjoyed that kind of pastime very much. Basically where you can put something into the community and play an active role and achieve change.
Oh, so you're pretty much involved in the community. So why stand for Bucks County Council elections under a UKIP banner?
Well, I think the county council elections are very important because they have a budget of more than £300 million, and I think my discipline of accountancy would really come into its own there. As far as UKIP's concerned, I look upon them as an independent group, recognising that they made their mark on the European issue, but they're relatively new in local government. So basically, if you're independently minded, as I like to think I am, that gives me very ample opportunity to exert an influence, and UKIP are putting up in every seat in Buckinghamshire.
So, tell us about your policies.
We have a number that are focused on doing things for the locality, in particular looking at health. We think that it's a scandal that Wickham General Hospital is effectively being wound down as far as you can see, and that key skills are being sent away, for instance, to Stoke Mandeville, the accident and emergency. If you hurt your foot, for the sake of argument, you've got nowhere local, even though Wickham has a population of more than 100,000, 110,000 people, and the journey to Stoke Mandeville 17 miles along very undeveloped roads. So local facilities for local needs is one particular aspect. Another one is roads, where we feel very strongly about maintenance and potholes, which have grown to be a scandal over the 20 or so years of Conservative government. I think they've begun to change their mind on priorities, but it's much too little, too late. We have other issues like, for instance, affordable housing. We believe that youngsters should be given every opportunity to begin to make their way in the world, and to build affordable housing on brownfield sites we think should be a priority. And I think we should do things for the senior members of the community as well. For instance, small things like putting grit bins down at County Council's expense in the frost. We've got other significant issues. The police, we think that it's wrong that areas like Hazelmere should be effectively subsidising High Wycombe in the way that we send our police there to look after things in town, disorder and so on, leaving homes in Hazelmere vulnerable. And the final issue that we feel very strongly about is HS2, where UKIP is the only party which is adamantly opposed to this wasteful project.
So, if we look back in 12 months' time, say, or even at the end of your term, what do you hope to have achieved?
I think in the very short term we want to send a message, a big message to Downing Street about HS2. Further out, I think there's a lot of work needing to be done on husbandry of the finances. I think there's an awful lot of waste in County Hall. It's a scandal that senior executives are paid more than the Prime Minister, for the sake of argument. And we also have a multiplicity of tiers of government in Buckinghamshire, and they can be stripped out or reduced.
And how do you feel about solving the problem of our roads?
I think that it's got to be a long-term problem because the issue has grown over a long period of time. Basically, we need to spend time on refurbishment of roads themselves and not simply filling in the potholes.
Well, all we can say at this point then, Brian, is good luck.
Thank you very much.